Welcome back, students. Students are asking a lot of doubts in questions related to sum of arithmetic progressions. So we will discuss them. Like question number 11, 10. Okay. Question 10. We start with question number 10. If the sum of n terms of two APs, clearly there are two APs. So whenever you read this statement, two APs, so we have to consider that there are two APs. If we consider one of the AP as AP1 and other as AP2, arithmetic progression 1, and consider it as A1, comma, A1 plus D1, means first term of first AP is A1 and its common difference is D1. So the second term must be A1 plus D1, third term is A1 plus 2D1, and so on. And similarly in AP2, if first term is A2, second term is A2 plus D2, third term is A2 plus 2D2, and so on. Okay. And it is given that sum of n terms of two APs, means if we find nth term for first AP, for AP1, we know that formula for nth term is an equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. As it is given that sum of n terms, it is not nth term, it is the sum of n terms. Okay. So for AP1, if we use the formula for sum of n terms. So what is the formula for sum of n terms of an AP? It is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So for AP1, when we use this formula, so sum of n terms will be number of terms remain the same, n by 2. 2 into first term is a1 plus n minus 1 into common difference is d1. And for AP2, Sn will be number of terms is still n by 2 using the same formula. This time the first term is A2 and the common difference is D2. Now the ratio of these two, if we represent the sum of n terms of first AP as Sn1 and sum of n terms of second AP as Sn2. So their ratio is sum of n terms of first AP is to sum of n terms of second AP, as given in the question is 7n plus 1 is to 4n plus 27. If the sum of, read again, if the sum of it is, it's not the nth term. I have written it wrong to avoid your confusion. Sometimes students gets confused and write the nth term in place of sum of n terms. So remember, if there is sum of n terms, so we have to use this formula only. If the sum of n terms of two APs are in the ratio 7n plus 1 is to 4n plus 27, means first we write sum of n terms of first AP, assuming that first AP is A1, comma, A1 plus D1, comma, A1 plus 2D1, that is first term of first AP is A1 and its common difference is D1, and first term of second AP is A2 and its common difference is D2. So sum of n terms of first AP will be obtained by the same formula, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d1, that is Sn1 means sum of n terms of first AP equals to n by 2 into 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1, and at the same time for second AP, sum of n terms of second AP Sn2 is denoted by Sn2, which is equal to n by 2, 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2. So sum of n terms of first AP is to sum of n terms of second AP is 7n plus 1 is to 4n plus 27. Now we use this formula which we have already written. This prior information will be used. That is, we use n by 2 in place of Sn1. We use n by 2, the thing which we have calculated earlier. N by 2 into 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1 over sum of n terms of second AP is n by 2 into 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2 equals to 7n plus 1 over 4n plus 27. So till now we have reached to a result in which we observe that from the numerator and denominator, n by 2 will be cancelled out. So remainder is 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1 over 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2 equals to 7n plus 1 over 4n plus 27. So this is the result which is given in the question. So after finding the result, we further read the next line. What we have to find? Using this result, find the ratio of 11th terms, means ratio of 11th terms this time. For AP1, what will be the 11th term? We use the formula for general term, as we have this time, not to find the sum, but we have to find the ratio of 11th terms only. For this, first we use the general term a plus n minus 1 into d. So 11th term for first AP will be a1, a1 is the first term, plus n minus 1 into d1. And for AP2, a11 will be, means first, if we write a11 1 means 11th term of first AP is denoted by a11 1, and the 11th term of second AP is denoted by a11 2. Then it is a2 plus n minus 1 into d2. And we have to find the ratio of 11 terms of these APs. That is what we have to find. We have to find the ratio of 11th term of first AP is to 11th term of second AP. Now 11th term of first AP is a1 plus n minus 1, and value of n will be 11. 11 minus 1, that is 10 d1 over the 11th term of second AP is, we can calculate at this place also, or we can directly also use 11 minus 1, 10 d1. A1 means a2 plus 10 d2. And for this, we have to use this result. So compare these two results. In the given result, we can observe that it is 2a1. 2a1 is the first term. And the result which we have to find, it is a1 only. Now we have to find. So first we make it 2a1. So how can you make it 2a1? Is there any method to change this a1 to 2a1? How can you change this a1 to 2a1? If you multiply the numerator with 2, it becomes 2a1. And if you multiply the numerator with 2, you have to multiply the denominator also by 2. So it also becomes 2a2. So if we multiply only numerator with 2, it becomes 2a1 plus 20d1. And at the same time, we have to multiply the denominator also with 2. So it also becomes 2a2 plus 20d2. Is that clear to you? So we will multiply numerator and denominator both by 2. And write the reason also. Multiplying numerator and denominator both by 2. We get 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2. Now look at the result which is given. Not the right hand side, but look at the left hand side only. In this 2a1 means 2a1 in the given result, 2a1 in the result which we have to find. Again, n minus 1 in the given result and 20 in the result which we have to find. Means in place of n minus 1, if it is 20, then we can easily find the ratio 2a1 upon 20d1 is to 2a2 plus 20d2. And not only in the numerator, but in denominator also. in place of n minus 1, we have to bring 20. So now we leave this result, the ratio of 11th term of first AP to the 11th term of second AP as equation number 2, and substitute, as we already have discussed, 20 in place of n minus 1 in equation number 1. We get 2a1 plus, in place of n minus 1 we write 20d1 over 2a2 plus, in place of n minus 1 we write 20d2 equals to. So not only in left hand side, but we have to use the same results in right hand side also. So if we are using n minus 1 equals to 20 in the left hand side, it means n equals to 20 plus 1, that is 21. So we use n equals to 21 in right hand side also of equation number 1, as we have earlier marked in this. So 7 into 21 plus 1, in place of n in equation number 1, in right hand side of equation 1, we have to use 21. 7 into 21 plus 1 over 4 into 21 plus 27. That is 21 sevens are 147 plus 1 over 84. 21 4 is 84 plus 27. So we have obtained the result. First we write the left hand side, which is same. 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2. Then we write the right hand side. Final right hand side is 148. 147 plus 1, 148 over 84 plus 27, it is 111. It implies. Now if you use the result of equation number 2, its right hand side is 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2. And right hand side of equation 3 is also the same if we consider this as equation number 3. So left hand side of equation number 3 is same as the right hand side of equation number 2. In equation number 2, right hand side is 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2. And left hand side of third equation is also the same. So if we compare these two equations, so their other sides will also be equal, means 11th term of first AP is to 11th term of second AP equals to this 148 by 111. So always remember this 107 is 11 is divisible by 37, and 148 is also divisible by 37, 37 4. So the final answer is 4:3. 11th term of first AP is to 11th term of second AP is 4:3, which is the answer. Hope you all must have understood. Still, we will discuss it again. So, reading the first line, we will discuss after reading the first line which is given in the question, that question number 10, if the sum of n terms of two APs, sum of n terms. So first we use the formula for sum of n terms. It is Sn equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into b. And there are two APs. So if we consider first AP as two APs, means their first terms must be different. Their common difference may or may not be different. So we have assumed them as D1 and D2, means different common differences, different first terms. A1 comma A1 plus D1, A1 plus 2D1, is the first AP, A2 comma A2 plus D2, and A2 plus D2 will be the second AP. Now for AP1, so we know that formula for sum of AP Sn equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So for first AP, the sum of n terms of first AP, which we have denoted as Sn1. Is that clear to you? Sn1 will be n by 2 into 2a1 plus n minus 1 d1. And at the same time for AP2, we have taken the first term as A2 and common difference as D2. So the sum of n terms of second AP will be n by 2 into 2a2 plus n minus 1 into D2. Now according to question, the sum of n terms of two APs are in the ratio. So first we write there these ratio in our assumption. Sn1 is to Sn2. And now, which is given in the question, 7n plus 1 is to 4n plus 27. So they are equal. Now, Sn1 we have calculated as n by 2 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1. And Sn2 we have calculated as n by 2 into 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2. So n by 2 from the numerator and denominators will be cancelled out. So the terms inside the bracket will remain there. So we write them 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1 over 2a1. 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2 equals to the right hand side is same 7n plus n over 4n plus 27. Now we cannot further solve it, so leave it by writing equation number 1 and now read what we have to find. This is the condition which is given. Okay. So now if we find it, find the ratio of 11th terms. So how to find the ratio of 11th term? First we write the 11th term of first AP, which is A1 plus n minus 1 D1 in place of n. If we use 11, A1 plus 11 minus 1 D1, that is A1 plus 10 D1. And then find the 11th term of second AP, A2 plus n minus 1 into D2, that is A2 plus 11 minus 1 D2. So it is A2 plus 10 D2. Then we find the ratio of 11th term of first AP to the 11th term of second AP using these results. So it is A1 plus 10 D1 is to A2 plus 10 D2. So now we consider equation number 1, which we have left. And this result is given, so we have to use it. So in this 2a1 is given. In our assumption, a1 is given. So multiply by 2 to the numerator. It is 2a1 plus 20d1. When we multiply the numerator by 2, and why we are multiplying it by 2, as in equation 1 we have 2a1 plus n minus 1d1. So on comparing this to the given quantity, we have to multiply the numerator by 2 from this equation. So it is 2 into a1, 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2 into a2 plus 20d2. I think this is the most confusing line. So if you have not understood, you can ask it in comment box. Now, 11th term of first AP is to 11th term of second AP. When we multiply the numerator and denominator both of right hand side with 2, it is giving 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2, which we can consider as equation number 2. Okay. Multiplying numerator, I have written the reason also. Multiplying numerator and denominator both by 2, we get 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2. So now if we substitute, if we again consider this equation number 1, in this 2a1 are there, which we have written. In place of n minus 1, it is 20. So if we replace n minus 1 with 20, we get n equals to 20 plus 1, that is 21. And substitute it in equation number 1. So 2a1 plus, in place of n minus 1 in equation number, we are writing 20. In place of n minus 1 in the denominator, we are writing 20d2. So 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2 equals to 7n plus 1. In place of n, we get 21. So 7 into 21 plus 1 over 4 into 21 plus 27. 21 7 is 147. So 147 plus 1 is 2. 84 plus 27. That is 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2 equals to 148 over 111. And we know that 2a1 plus 20d1 is 11th term of first AP. 2a2 plus 20d2 is 11th term of second AP. A11 from equation number 2. We know that 2a1 plus 20d1 over 2a2 plus 20d2 equals to 11th term of first AP is to 11th term of second AP. So we have replaced it with that. 147 by 111. Both are divisible by 37. So it is giving 4 by 3. So 11th term of first AP is to 11th term of second AP is 4:3. Hope you all must have understood now. Otherwise, write in comment box. I will discuss it again for you all. Continue to solve the questions. Continue to ask the doubts.